Folks, this is Brian coming at you from the 7 Aspects of Life channel. You know, the channel that focuses on reducing your obstacles, reducing your distractions, trying to work on minimizing the bumps on the road, you know, as you work on the 7 aspects of life. You know, your spiritual aspect, your social aspect. That means, got distracted there a little bit. It's supposed to be minimizing distractions, right? So your spiritual aspect, your soul aspect, your physical aspect, your financial aspect, your social aspect, your renewal aspect, and your duplication aspect. So the channel focuses on the 7 aspects of life, on which really is an area. It's the different areas in life that are the foundation of which you can, if you're in the process of accomplishing your purpose and trying to achieve your goals and chasing your dreams, you get a lot of distractions. Actually, even when you're not living a purposeful life or chasing your dreams or trying to achieve goals, you still have distractions, you still have challenges in life, but probably even more so when you are trying to do so. And when that happens and you have distractions, or you have a slowdown, or you have something that's threatening to stop you, it's these 7 aspects of life can be a place where that you can go look, just like you have a blueprint of the fuse box in your car, or the fuse box in a home. Sometimes when your fuse box has turned off, or there's something has happened to it, you have like a map of what all the fuses, the functions of all the fuses. It guides you onto where to look. So this is what the 7 aspects of life are. They're like the blueprint of the fuse box of your life, whereby if something happens, it's easy to troubleshoot. If you want to upgrade your life, it's easy to know where to upgrade, because you can analyze each and every aspect and see, and kind of grade yourself, kind of analyze and the situation, and see what needs to be upgraded, what needs to be updated, what needs to be maintained, what's falling behind. That way you have a gauge and you have a structure on how to do it, instead of just having a what's the word I'm looking for, like a guesswork type of thing. So it removes all the guesswork away. It reduces it. Might not remove it all the way 100%. Reduces mystery, reduces confusion, reduces the trying to seek information, so you know where to go, pretty much. So when it comes to, let me close my window here. My window's open, so let me close it so that way I can keep the traffic noise at a minimum distraction. So this is it's a good example of when I was talking about the components of the 7 aspects, which is the tools. So I'm using an artificial tool, which is my phone, and sitting in the car, and I close the windows to minimize distractions, because when I close the windows, obviously, I shut down the traffic noise outside. So anyway, that's what basically the S7 aspects is. So a place where you have a blueprint on where you can troubleshoot in case you're having a challenge. You can maintain, and you can upgrade, because life is always moving forward. So this video I just did, the last video I did was about the 7 aspect of the 7th aspect of life, which is duplicating yourself. But this video is about, I want to talk about why the first aspect is the first, and the second is the second, and the third is the third, and all the way down to the 7th. Like, why are they arranged like that? Why is the first one the spiritual aspect, and why is the second one the soul aspect, and why is the third your physical body, and why is it that the fourth aspect is your finances, and your fifth is your social, and your sixth is the renewal, and your seventh the duplication. It's because if you notice, the first three are about you. Your spiritual aspect, your soul aspect, and your physical aspect. Because you see, you have to work on the foundation first. The foundation of you fulfilling your purpose, chasing your dreams, and trying to achieve your goals, is you being in good health in all these, at least the first three aspects. So you make sure you're working on your spiritual body, for it to be in good health, so that you minimize distraction is in that area. And once you do that, it kind of trickles down to the soul. So if your spirit man is healthy, then most likely, if you're also working on your soul, it's not going to be automatic that if you work on your spirit, then your soul will automatically be also healthy. But you also have to work on it too. But because your spirit man is healthy, it becomes easier for you to work on your soul, because it's you've minimized distraction on your spiritual man. Now you're working to minimize distraction in your soul aspect of life. It becomes easier because your spirit is healthy. And once you've gotten to where your soul and your spirit and your soul are healthy, then you start working on your physical body. And once your physical body is healthy, then you have the three fundamental aspects of your life working in good condition, making it easy for you to work on your finances. Because once you have the right your spiritual man is in the right place where it's supposed to be, and your soul, and remember, your soul is where your mind is. That's where your mind is located, your imagination is located, your thoughts are located, your feelings / emotions is located. That's where you make decisions at. That's where your willpower is. That's where spoken word, so that's where all those are. It kind of like your soul is kind of like where you are, because the spirit is a body, and this physical body is a body. So this is really not you. But your soul is the real you. So once those three are working good, then when it comes to you fulfilling your purpose, it becomes you minimize the distractions of because you when you deal with all these three aspects and get them to the level where they used to be, you're dealing with maturity. You're working on a mature level, at a mature level of life, where it makes it easier to do any other activity that you need to do that is in positive activities, of course. So once those three are well taken care of, then once you start pursuing your goal, you minimize a lot of distractions that would have occurred if you didn't take care of those three. And when I say take care of, it's an ongoing. We all know that. Everybody who's watching this video knows that it's an ongoing thing. It's just that when you get started, you probably have to like if you're cleaning a house that hasn't been cleaned in a long time, you have to clean out the dirt, the dust, dust it up, and then once it's done, then you do the paint work and everything. So like, for example, you've never thought of taking care of your spirit man, you never thought of taking care of your soul man, you never thought of taking your physical man. It's like an abandoned house, but once you fix it up, then after it's in a condition where it's livable, then you have to maintain that livability of the house. And then down the future, the near future or a future down a little bit further down, you maintain it, and you might want to advance it. So once you take care of those, then when it comes to your purpose, it becomes a little bit easier. And while you're fulfilling your purpose and working, then your finances, it's easy to work with them, because now you're teachable, because your soul is working in good condition. Then your teachability goes up, so you start wanting to know how better to work with your money, because you've taken care of the foundation. You're willing to learn, you're willing to understand, you're willing to grow, you're willing to maybe increase double your income. So your mind is right, so there's not a whole lot of resistance when it comes to learning these things, because you've taken care of them, you know, and you know your physical body is doing good, so you're not ailing, you don't have diseases, you're not, you know, more fatigued than normally you should, and that makes it a little bit easier. See, I'm taking advantage of the sunset light coming from the sunset, and it's going down, but you know, that's okay. So I'm using the supernatural, I'm actually using the natural tools, and the light from the sun is a natural tool, like I was talking about on the two components and all of them being the tools. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video I did talking about the component tools, the you know, the supernatural, natural, and artificial tools that we use to take care of the 7 aspects of life. So you know, once you take care of those 3, then you take care of your finances. Then now, you know, your foundation is good, your spiritual man is healthy, your soul is healthy and prospering, your physical body is healthy, your finances are doing good. You're starting to understand how to make more money and what to do with it once you get it. Then now you start looking at what? Your social life. You know, obviously when it comes to social life, you need to, the first person that you need to have a relationship with is yourself, and that's why you need to know who you are, and you know, in terms of, you know, psychologically, spiritually, you know, understand yourself more than you understand others. That's the goal here, to understand yourself a whole lot more than you understand others. Even though sometimes we tend to want to change other people more than we want to change ourselves, you know, but it should be the other way around. Change you first, then, you know, and then it makes it, then that way you'll be able to give more grace to other people, and whether they change or not, you will still be okay, you know, because changing you helps you to overcome other people's weaknesses. There's one smart person who said that that we should grow to the point where we complement other people's strengths and compensate for their weaknesses, you know, and that's where you want to grow to where you're complementing people's strengths and compensating for their weaknesses. So once you get to where your finances are good and you have a good relationship with yourself, then it becomes easier to have a good relationship with others. You understand yourself good, then it becomes easy to understand other people. Now you know you have the finances getting taken care of. You're able to take care of yourself in that area. You're starting to understand how to deal with all kinds of people, you know, in a more effective way. You're more effective with other people, whether they are negative towards you or not. You know, you have grown to the point where that doesn't bother you as much as it used to, because that's the goal, to be able to live with everybody in a peaceful way. How much, no matter how, you know, I know it's not possible to live with each and every person at 100% peacefully with everybody at 100%, but you know, you can always raise that level to where even if it's not going to go down to 0, there are people who still not going to live with you at peace, but at least you can always work it up to where you minimize that too, you know. So you know, and you know, your finances are doing good, and then after you do that, you've been working on these the first 5 aspects. Now you start to learn how to, okay, as I'm living my life, like we were talking about the 5th one being the 6th one, I'm sorry, being renewing yourself or rejuvenating yourself. You start learning how to sharpen that axe, so you can keep going back out there to as you fulfill your purposes, and as you chase your dreams and fulfill your goals. You know, the axe gets dull. You know, your mind gets dull, you get tired. So once you learn how to do that, you can always go back at it, just like a boxing match. You know, at the end of every round, the boxers will go to their corners, they'll rejuvenate for a little bit and then get back into it. So life is also like that. So you learn the best way that you do that, you know, how the best way that you can rejuvenate yourself so you can get back at it. And once you become really good at these things, then you start, you know, duplicating yourself. You start teaching others what has worked for you. Now, when you teach others like that, it might not work for them the same way that it worked for you, but you can inspire them to search for what works for them, or whatever it is that works for you might end up working, for them. So either way, you can inspire them, or they can follow to the T, to the letter, everything that you're saying, and it ends up being a great advantage to them too. Maybe they were not aware that this is something that they need to be doing. So once you it's better to give than to receive, right? So once you're passing all this information, you are giving. The scripture said that it's better to give than to receive, and the reason why you're more blessed when you give is because you open your doors to more. You open your doors to more. I've discovered in my experiences, when I share the information of things that have really helped in my life, made me stronger, have helped me to expand my influence, helped me like fly higher, metaphorically speaking, has helped me to expand my territory. I end up getting more information, new information that I didn't even know existed, that helps me to even elevate myself to a higher level. So that's why I know that it's a great advantage of sharing. And it's just like, sharing information or not sharing information, it's the same thing as being constipated, and you need to pass it on. Don't get obese. Knowledge obese is when you're gaining information and gathering it for yourself and not sharing it with anybody, for whatever reason you might have. So it needs to be passed on. It needs to you learn. What I do is I'll get some information, I'll personalize it, I'll understand, I'll get the knowledge, I'll understand the knowledge, then I'll find a way to put it into daily use. I will put it into daily use, work on it for a while, and once I see how it's working or not working, then either I'll switch, go back to the drawing board, or I'll keep on at it if it is working. And once that happens, then that means that it's ready to get shared with. I'm ready to share it because it worked for me. So that's what I usually do. So I'm not going to share something that I haven't tried and hasn't worked. I'm not going to talk about and recommend a plate, something on the menu in a restaurant that I haven't tried. I might recommend for you to be adventurous, for you to try it, but most of the time you recommend something that you tried and you liked, and hoping the other person will like it too. So that's why they are arranged that way. It's an incremental kind of, it's like a stepping, going up the stairs type of thing. So once this one, you start with the most important one, the spiritual man. The second most important one, your soul, and then your physical body, and then your finances. Because so you see, once you start dealing with other people, money kind of tends to be a part of social life. Even just having you being able to interact with yourself, money tends to be a part of that, of social life. So you have to take care of that money part before you step into the social aspect. I'm not saying that don't socialize when you don't have your money right, but if you do have it right, then it reduces the distractions when it comes to you trying to have your social life in the place that it needs to be. So that's why they are arranged the way they are, starting with yourself, and then your money, and then others, and then sharpening, your sharpening / rejuvenating / recharging yourself. Because once you've done all these other things, you get blunt, you get tired, you get worn out. So you learn how to sharpen that, and once you're really good at all these things, you start sharing the information. That way the people listening to you don't have to start from zero. And the more you help people not start from zero, the more your life gets better. The more you psychologically feel good, just like the way you feel good when you help somebody out. The person who actually feels between somebody who's being helped and somebody who's helping, the one who's helping is the one who has a better feeling. They have a better emotional status than the one being helped. Yes, the one being helped is probably going to be super extremely happy that they're being helped, but the one helping has there's a whole lot more advantage of helping than being helped. And not saying that you don't seek help, but it just means that you should get to the point where you want to be the one who's always like helping. You know, yes, accept help if you need it, but our goal, our aim, we should always aspire to be helpers instead of receivers of help. But doesn't mean that when you need help you don't ask for it. It just means that that's what you want to aspire to be, because that's the highest level of when it comes to a give and take situation. Okay, so I hope I've been clear with this video to explain why it is that they have been arranged the way they have. And obviously when more information pops up, I will make other videos to explain more about this arrangement. And with that, we're going to end this video, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are, or night, and see you on the next one. Bye.